Hello once again, everybody. It is TGIF Friday, and I've got your Friday forecast, and it's looking pretty good. I'm Meteorologist Jeff Matthews. Time to start with the temperature trend. 76 is the average for this time of year. Again, much like the rest of this week, meandering not far from average. The warmest day coming on Sunday at 83 in the forecast high, and a couple of cooler days, if you can call it that. Don't forget, we are in, well, if not calendar summer, meteorological summer. It is June. 78 for Saturday and a little cooler on next Tuesday in your forecast highs. Hey, you're going out and about today and this weekend. There's a lot of activities at the firehouses, including field days in Deerfield. Today, this afternoon especially, looking cloudy, and by tonight, some rain in the forecast, and that'll be true for most of the area overnight tonight. But I think by tomorrow morning, things will be improving to the point, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if you are headed to some of the outdoor events today or this upcoming weekend, you might want to keep the umbrella for the early part of the upcoming weekend. Saturday is looking better, but especially by noon and thereafter. So keep that in the back of your mind. And more storms in the forecast for upcoming Monday. How about the storms coming later on tonight? The threat level, pretty low. Really wouldn't even mark it very high into the medium category. And the specific threat would be wind, gusty winds with storms, which can get in excess of 40 miles per hour at times at the onset of storms. And there's a small chance for some flooding, but I really wouldn't be overly concerned about it. Had a blackout there. Whoa! Maybe that was some of that lightning coming our way. A look at the radar shows, see this rain to the north? That's what's going to be knifing in with this warm front, and it could get into places like, well, Boonville. You're right on the cusp this afternoon before this evening. But Boonville points further north, and Hurricane points further north, especially like Lake Pleasant or Saranac Lake. Yeah, if you're going up to camping country this afternoon, it's going to be tough to pitch that tent and keep yourself dry as a result of that rain knifing in to the north country first, because that's with the warm front that's going to clip northern parts of the state this afternoon before this evening when several little fronts come dragging themselves through. So you can see yesterday's system having progressed through, leaving us with a clear sky for today, but already the knifing in of the clouds. That's what that blue shading indicates. When it goes from white to blue, that indicates deeper moisture. When it's black, it indicates very little moisture in the atmosphere, that it's not being picked up by the infrared photography from space. So it's kind of an interesting way to look at this that's different from the visible or even the regular infrared satellite imagery. But you can certainly see, this is the Great Lakes, here's New York State. Those clouds are edging in, the white first, then the blue, indicating deeper moisture. Heavier cloud cover, knocking out more of the sunlight. So this warm front coming through, well, we've already got the clouds in here. We started getting them yesterday afternoon and evening. But the rain clouds holding off for the storm system itself, unless you're in the north country, unless you're in camping country, then it starts this afternoon. But for the rest of us, south of Boonville and south of Hurricane and Lake Pleasant, the rain will hold off until these little fronts come through, and that will be later on this evening and out into the overnight hours. So the high has already moved towards and off the coast as forecasted. The one front moving in has already increased the clouds and brings some rain to northernmost parts of the state this afternoon. The rain for the rest of us holds off until one system moves in from the west this evening, another one for the overnight, and when that system passes through, we'll get a bowl of clearing behind it that'll come in somewhere around, let's say 10 a.m. Saturday, maybe as late as noon for some spots. And then there'll be bright sunshine for the rest of Saturday and clear sky Saturday night into Sunday as well. Have a look at the almanac, where I forecasted a high yesterday of 77 and it came in 75. When it comes in within 2, I'm a happy camper. And that's the way I like it. That's the way, I get caught up in my singing. No precipitation in the rain gauge. You pick up another minute of daylight today, and I will have your forecast, and I think you'll like it, in just a minute.
Welcome to Intermission. Yeah, Intermission.
And so your Friday forecast, mainly cloudy. Again, rain will move in this afternoon for the North Country, for camping country, north of Boonville, north of Lake Pleasant, or Lake Pleasant and points further north. But for the rest of us, mostly cloudy, Rain moves in late today for the rest of us, more like sunset. High about 80. Rain and thunder tonight. Again, I think the main threat is wind, maybe some minor urban and street flooding overnight tonight, but it's not really a big threat anyway. So just rain and thunder. Southeast wind turning north by morning. That's a clearing wind. And a low of 63. It won't warm up a great deal tomorrow because it's going to be offset by some cooler air as the sun increases by late morning and afternoon. So the nighttime showers, clearing tomorrow morning, bright afternoon, 78 for the high, pristine for Sunday. Ooh, look that word up. That's a good one. Nice looking day. Sunny, low humidity. Clouds up Sunday night, rain and thunder. Monday, especially afternoon and evening. It'll take until Tuesday morning, much like tomorrow morning, to clear up. And then brighter for the afternoon. Bright weather for Wednesday with more rain in the forecast for Thursday. That's your 7-day forecast. Remember, regardless of the forecast, you make it a great day.